Everyone seems excited about the update. Well, the creators, so let's see if I will be excited. So let's get straight into it. That's so cool. Okay. Oh? Hey, Navu. Crew? Wait, it's a Fontaine event as well. What is going on? Oh. Oh, she attacks with her little tail? Okay. Oh, she's got sass to her. Ooh, okay, it does damage over time. Oh, that's a cool burst. Oh, okay, that's weird to see. Okay. Oh, he uses a gun? Okay. Okay, Aoife. He uses cuckoo. That's pretty badass, man. Oh, that's funny as fuck. Nuvula interacted with him. Ooh, now I got serious again. Praise be to Lord. Nice. Oh? Another boss? So they added another world boss. Okay. Ooh, albedo stuff! Oh? What is going on? Okay, do you look back in action? No, today's case. Team. Whoa, what is this area? Albedo in trial. What? Hey, who's that? Bro, okay, there's so much going on. What? Chess pieces? Okay, this has to be the weekly boss. Yeah, this is definitely the weekly boss. No way. It's a double boss? Something's happening to Albedo again. Unless it's it's probably another imposter again. Whoa, okay, the Keen looks kind of badass. Wow. That tech looks kind of crazy. Vodka? But we didn't even get to. I don't hear his voice because he's not English. Okay, there's so much that I need to like say before they continue with this. What did I just watch? They had like a leak or they teased Vodka's voice, even though we can't hear it in English. They showed I'm assuming it's the priest boy. I mean, I don't know, not gonna lie, he looks more like a girl, but it has to be a boy from what I'm remembering. But they teased the priest boy. Looks okay. I don't really care. Chef girl, she looks cool. Her stuff is fun. She has a little summon that does damage though, which is interesting. I'm not quite sure if my prediction for her will be correct, or that she was gonna be a buffing unit that depends like on overhealing perhaps, and she would have overhealing stuff going on. That's what I was predicting, but I'm not quite sure if that would be the case now. Maybe it might be like the amount of times that skill hits or something. Maybe it'll hit faster depending on the stuff you're doing. Not quite sure. But she seems pretty interesting already. I would like to see what she has to offer though. Mondstadt event, there's a Fontainebleau event with all the Natlan characters coming over to say hi, which is pretty funny. You're gonna see Cuckoo in Fontaine, I believe. And yeah, some Albedo stuff, man. Albedo lore again. Some crazy things are happening with him, which is freaking exciting, man. It's exciting to see that again. A lot of shit is going down in Mondstadt, it looks like, which is honestly kind of crazy. I am definitely looking forward to what they're gonna show right now. Ah, man, I could have been talking this entire time. Yeah, I mean, so far, pretty nice. Pretty nice, I like it. Sick entrance.
Hello everyone! Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 5.6 special program. I'm Jane Jackson, the voice of Ressa, and I have two awesome co-hosts with me today. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
What up, my dudes? My name is Johnny LaQuasto, and I'm the voice of Aoife.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, your turn.
Hello everyone, my name is Emily Cass and I voice Escoffier. I'm
Oh
so
wow,
excited
very.
to be here.
And I am so
Very
excited
Fontaine
to be
voice.
hosting alongside you two today.
Oh,
I
by
do
the
like
way,
it.
Emily, I have to say, the way your chibi's tail moves around is so cool.
Oh, actually, it's not a tail. It's a self-adapting movement signal tracking support mech.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a piece of tech, basically.
I thought it
helps
was a
Escoffier
tail.
in the kitchen and in
Cool.
combat. It's one of her essential utensils.
But it looks so much like a tail.
Yeah, a lot of people think that. And considering how it looks, people even call Escoffier a demon chef.
That's what I thought you were.
Okay, that seems a little extreme.
Yeah, I'd say so too, but honestly, I don't know much about Escoffier. Can you tell us more
Oh
about
yeah,
her, Emily?
please.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at her profile.
Yes, please.
Escoffier used to be
Ooh.
the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg.
Oh, cool.
The hotel is famous for the extremely popular and exclusive Gâteau de Bourg.
Wow, exclusive?
Yeah, only a limited amount of slices are available per day. Escoffier is a master at precision.
She has so
gastronomy,
much
which
sass
means
to her,
she
it's
approaches cooking
unbelievable.
as a science. She even develops advanced mecha to use in her cooking process.
Wow, that's some dedication to her craft.
Of course, in Escoffier's kitchen, no dish is ready to
she
be
is
served
so
until it has her
serious.
stamp of approval. And when she likes
Oh,
something,
never mind.
she gets completely lost in the flavors. It looks almost like she's in heaven.
That sounds incredible, but what if she doesn't like it?
Oh, then she'd probably say something like,
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove. You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom.
Wow,
Wow.
intense.
I promise Escoffier is actually very well mannered most of the time.
Wow,
But when it
most.
comes to food, she couldn't be more strict. It's all for good reason, though. Escoffier believes her mission as a chef is to make haute cuisine accessible to all. So she's not just strict on other people, she demands perfection from herself too. Because that's the only way to make her dream a reality.
Oh, is that why she develops all those cooking mecha?
That's right. With their help, even people who are short on time or cooking skills can be capable of making a good meal.
Ha,
Convenient.
that feels like a personal call out. But seriously though, I'm telling you, I could use something exactly like that.
Same here.
It would be nice.
Emily, you said Escoffier used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg. Does that mean she doesn't work there anymore?
Yeah, that's right. She even had to spend time in the Fortress of Meripede.
Fortress of Meripede? What happened?
We can't divulge the details right now, but all will be revealed
New
in
story.
Escofia's story quest.
Pretty nice.
Treasured above all. So be sure to check it out if you're interested, travelers. You'll also be rewarded with extra ascension materials for
Yay,
Escofia.
with the new boss, so there is a
and
new world
travelers
boss.
will get to take part in a one-of-a-kind culinary showdown in this quest. Not only will travelers get to experience Escofia's mentorship firsthand, but special guests
wow.
will also make an appearance.
Look at the way she walks.
Nice. Okay, I see blubber beasts and romaritime flowers. Wait, do we have to cook 4 blubber beasts using romaritime flowers? That's not much to work with.
All I can say is trust in Escofia. She can work wonders.
Oh, I'm definitely a believer. Okay, so we know what she can do in the kitchen, but what about on the battlefield?
Fucking
Right,
sassy little
let's get
thing.
into it.
I am very curious what she does.
Escofia wields a cryovision and is a powerful addition to freeze-focused teams.
Oh,
which brings
freezing.
us to one of her talents. When Escofia's elemental skill or elemental burst
Reduces
hits an
hydro-
enemy, she can reduce their resistance to hydro and
Okay.
cryo damage. The more hydro and cryo characters in the party, the greater the reduction.
Okay,
Ooh.
so it looks like the enemies here aren't actually frozen, but the resistance reduction still takes effect.
Yeah, that's really important. As long as her elemental skill or burst hits an enemy, the reduction takes effect.
Okay, now I can see where
The enemy
this is
doesn't
getting.
need to be frozen. That means the talent works on bosses
Oh,
and
yeah,
other
that would
unfreezable
make
enemies.
sense.
Wow, so it seems like any character that deals hydro or cryo damage can benefit from that talent. I can definitely see her being a powerful support in freeze teams.
Yeah, that could
But
bring freeze
Scofia's not
back.
just a support. She can dish out damage as well. With an actual dish.
No way.
Yeah, and when Escoffier unleashes her elemental skill, she summons a cooking mech to the field that follows the active character and periodically fires projectiles at nearby enemies, dealing cryo damage.
Ooh.
So with her ability to shred
Shredding?
resistance, she basically buffs her own damage.
Yeah,
In
that's
addition, her
pretty
elemental
cool.
burst
And then
restores
she
HP to
heals.
the entire
Okay.
party.
Incredible. Okay, so she can buff the party, dish out damage, and heal. Wow.
Yeah, that's
Sounds
pretty
like she's
nice.
versatile.
Not
Yeah,
bad.
and thanks to a different talent, she has another ability that really showcases her skills as a
She
chef.
probably like makes everything
If you hold
perfect.
her elemental skill, the cooking mech she summons can absorb elemental energy and convert it into a delicious dish.
Whoa, I've never seen a talent like that before.
Wait, what?
Okay.
You
so
could make
don't even
free
have to prepare the
food?
Ingredients yourself? Bro, that's awesome.
Yeah, and plus she can produce several kinds of dishes this way.
Well, that would be
There's
so
another
fun to check out in
code?
game.
Totally. So take note of this next piece of news, travelers. In the first half of version 5.6,
So phase
we'll
one,
have event
Navia and
wishes for
her-
Escoffier and Navia.
low-key,
A new
now I wanna
5-star
get her.
firearm, Symphonist of Sense, will be featured on the weapon banner. Our new 4-star character.
She can
Aoife,
make
will
food
also
for
enjoy a drop
free.
rate boost on the first half banners.
Aoife, no way, bro.
There has to be a
That's
cooldown
fine,
surely
but I
on
couldn't have said it
that.
better myself.
Oh,
There's
and
no
another
way
bit
it's
of
gonna be
really
like
exciting
constantly
news
like
is
that. That is
travelers will get to
ridiculous.
spend more time with these two in the new version.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Okay, take a look at this clip and you'll see.
All eyes are on me.
Oh, God.
Holy servants, behold, the almighty Dragon Lord's magnificence. The heck are you on about? Why does no one ask for the autograph of the almighty Dragon Lord?
God.
Wow. Oh, wow. No way, bro. What? You little... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Do you even hear yourself, bro?
Jesus Christ.
Dare you? You insolent, contemptuous Huh? What are you on about? No way, bro. Huh? Seriously? Seriously? Do you
Is
even
this
hear
is this
yourself,
when they
bro?
were fighting each other?
Darn it. Oh, wow. No way, bro. Do you even hear yourself, bro? You're hopeless. The almighty Dragon Lord, Kahulao! His wisdom is wasted on you. No way, bro. See you later. Huh? Blah!
Oh, you meant Kukuku and a How. Wow, I feel like those two could argue forever.
They really can.
Dude, you don't know the half of it.
Hang in there, bro.
You too, huh? Man, this bro thing is really taking off.
Well, Cuckoo is just that infectious. So, travelers met Aoife in the previous version, but since we now have the chance to add him to our parties, want to give us a formal introduction, Johnny?
Yeah.
I thought you'd
I
never
want to
ask,
see if he
Jane.
does provide
Absolutely.
anything. Maybe
As
like
most of you probably know,
crowd control
Aoife
or
is
something.
a Saurian vet from the Flower Feather Clan.
Healing for sure.
In that land, humans and Saurians live and fight side by side. Saurians get sick and hurt just like everyone else. So Saurian vets do a very important job in that land.
Okay.
And Aoife is a really good one. In fact, you've probably heard of some of his accomplishments already. Like how he saved Kakuku's life, and now of course, Kakuku works as his trusty assistant.
Yeah, Aoife is practically a miracle worker. I heard Ahau got sick one time, so Kaniche took him to Aoife for treatment, and what do you know? Ahau was better in like 2 seconds. Imagine that.
Sounds like Aoife really knows his stuff. I wonder if he can treat all kinds of dragons, like even ones from other nations.
Maybe.
I guess, in theory, yeah, I don't see why not. Plus, if it was an emergency, Kakuku could help him get there in no time.
I mean, I heard the Flower Feather Clan
just
is
like
known for
that
riding
line.
Kukasaurs. But this is less riding and more dangling, isn't it?
Hey, this is a Kakuku appreciation zone only, all right? But seriously, just wait until you see him sprint. He sprints out those huge
Whoa.
wings, and it's super awesome. Oh, and while we're on the subject, if there are any travelers who haven't done the part of the Ochkanatlan World Quest where you chase down the evil dragon, try it out with Aoife. It'll be a completely different kind of flying experience.
Yeah, I see that. Although it looks more like Aoife is chasing down a patient for a checkup.
Yeah. So, okay, what else can Aoife do in combat?
Well, Aoife is an Anemo Vision user with a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah.
For example, when faced with aggressive enemies, Aoife can unleash his elemental burst and fire a therapeutic sedative, creating a
It'll do
wind current that
AoE,
pulls in and
it
restrains
pulls in,
enemies.
okay.
Yeah, of course, as Aoife's good bro, Kakuku also helps him out in combat. With
Yeah,
Aoife's
he can
elemental
shoot in
skill,
the air, that's
Kakuku
funny.
lifts him into the air, giving him an aerial advantage in combat. And while in this state, Aoife can continuously fire
Oh,
tonic
he
shots,
heals.
which deal Anemo damage upon
Oh.
impact and restore HP to the entire party.
Oh, nice. So what kind of team comps work best with Aoife?
Well, to answer that, we should introduce one of his talents first. When Aoife is in the Night Soul's blessing state, he can use his Field Medic's vision to increase swirl and electrocharge damage based on the
So
total
another
amount of
swirling
Night Soul points
character.
across the entire party.
Okay, so he works well with characters that can trigger swirl and electrocharged reactions. And characters that can generate night
ooh,
soul
so it could be
points.
another.
He seems like a really flexible unit.
Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
he is. Plus, in areas with Natlan's phlogiston mechanics, if your current active character or indwelled Saurian's HP drops below a certain percent, Aoife can consume his own phlogiston to heal them.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Putting those medical skills to use.
It's nice.
His kit seems really intuitive, and he helps with exploration. I feel like exploring the sacred volcano will be a lot easier with Kakuku to dangle from.
What can I
funny,
say?
look at
He
it.
is a helpful little guy. Now, moving on to our next bit of news, a new boss is coming in version 5.6,
Yeah.
the Secret Source Automaton Overseer device. Travelers will need to defeat it to obtain ascension materials for Escoffier.
Huh. I feel like we faced something like this before.
That's because this boss has the same origins as the Secret Source Automaton configuration device from version 5.1.
Yeah,
Both are pieces
it looks
of
the
ancient
same.
dragon technology.
They almost seem like two parts.
But one
of
was like a hand, and now this
terrifying
is like the head.
Okay, Jane, let's this
So
is
maybe
where
we're
we
gonna
should
find
wrap
more
this
body
part up,
parts
I think,
later.
as travelers can search for their own answers to this in game. Now, let's
I wonder
kick
where
off
it's
the
gonna
event
be
portion.
at though,
Oh,
that
wow.
boss.
There are Natland characters
Oh,
in
a
Fontaine.
bow?
Is it because of a festival or
Sequence
something?
of
Not a
solitude.
festival, an amusement park
Wonder why a
organized by
bow?
Navia and the Spina di Rasula. Auroron and Aoife are there to deliver Natland produce for the event. But it's not all veggies and good times, unfortunately. Against the backdrop of the festivities, a smuggling case is uncovered, leading Kaniche and Risley to cross paths.
Ooh, a Saurian hunter and a prison warden. Sounds like a fun pairing.
It does sound interesting.
Yeah, right? I actually have a few
My
sneak
boy
peeks to
Risley,
share, so
that's for
let's take a
sure.
look.
Weird. Why is a How cowering behind Kanish?
Oh, he's
I thought he was
scared.
too proud for that. Oh, wait. It must be because of Fontaine's ban on flying objects.
Oh,
Exactly. Ahau and Kakuku made the journey all the way to Fontaine and happened to arrive just in time for the ban. Ahau was able to hide, but Kakuku got scared and flew straight into the Palais Mermonia. Auroron thinks Kakuku will manage to send all of the important documents in the Palais flying around the building.
Oh no, that can't end well. Well, what about Aoife? Isn't he going to come to Kakuku's rescue?
oh
Don't worry,
God.
with Nervalette and Risley there, Kakuku's in good hands. Plus, he might even learn a new phrase or two.
Oh.
Hey, check it out. Risley managed to teach him one. Anyone want to guess what it is?
Bro.
Oh, I don't
Wait,
really know
what-
what it could
what's
be.
his friend?
I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see.
What would
Anyway, I wanted
Risley
to
say
point
to
out,
him?
there are 2 dragons in this picture. So, does that mean Nervalette could, like, interpret for Kakuku? You know, dragon to dragon. Oh, I can't wait to see how their interactions go.
Honestly, I can't even picture it, but I just know it's gonna be
Yeah,
hilarious.
I guess he could understand
Yeah,
him.
there's nothing we can say that beats the real thing. So, if you're interested, be sure to check out all the shenanigans in game. And trust me,
Pretty
there
cool.
are a lot of them.
Yeah, looks
Always
pretty
makes me
fun.
laugh. Now, on to the actual amusement park. Let me give you some background. It's called the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland, and it's the brainchild of a well-known engineer and film buff with the Spina di Rasula in charge of the financing, construction, and general operations.
Oh, look,
So
Paulina's
the
back.
the event is
Didn't she
based
almost go
on
bankrupt after basing her
Fontaine.
research on that fake story? I hope her investment pays off this time.
Well, if the Traveler agrees to come on board, Lapine Pauline might be in a better position.
Come on board. Why are my fraud alarm bells ringing?
It's not like that. If you don't trust Lapine Pauline, yeah, okay. Her track record isn't great, but at least trust Cheval Moran and the Spina di Rasula.
If you say so.
Yeah, we always gotta
And
trust
how do we make
Navia.
sure we don't run it into the ground?
Well, if the Traveler agrees to come on board, Lapine Pauline might be in a better position.
Wait, so this is a management sim? Okay, tell me everything.
You got it, bro.
Oh,
Travelers will be
they
in
added
charge
one of these
operations
things
like
again.
upgrading
These were
facilities,
fun. I
expanding
had
the
fun
park,
doing
and
these.
managing the staff. During each
Ooh,
business
leveling
cycle,
up and stuff?
Travelers will need
Ooh,
to
pretty
allocate
cool.
their
Looks kinda
precious funds
fun.
and action points to the most important tasks based on their management needs.
And
I don't
plus,
mind some
Navia
Sim
recruited
stuff going on.
Master Chef Escoffier to run the park's theme restaurant. Woo! The dishes
Cool.
she creates can give you unique management buffs, so don't miss out.
Absolutely. You can also increase your revenue by adding different kinds of attractions.
Flying.
For example, in Eclectic Escapades, visitors can experience unforgettable adventures where they fly through the air or dash underwater at high speeds.
Wow.
Or there's movie masterpieces where you have to use special abilities to reach the end of the stage and seize the treasure. Before launching these attractions, travelers will need to try them out
So they're-
and
they're
create
like
a
it
standardized
is an
strategy guide
amusement
for
park.
each
You got,
one,
like, little
so that
minigames and
visitors
stuff to do.
understand how to get the most out of the
Looks pretty
experience.
cool.
Nice.
Oh, and travelers
something
can
to
also
do,
add an
really.
attraction called Mellow Manor, where they
Oh?
can create a cozy retreat for different animals to draw in visitors and increase revenue.
And travelers can also recruit
Cute.
some familiar faces to help run the park. Among the recruits are Fontainian companions and friends from other nations too.
Yeah, that's right. By completing friendly encounters, travelers can learn useful management techniques from their companions. Eventually, these companions will become fixtures at the park and provide even more management support. So,
Cool.
long story short, don't worry too
You're
much.
running a
You
whole
don't have to go
amusement
it
park.
alone.
That is pretty
Okay,
cool.
Yeah,
A
that
whole
doesn't sound
lesson.
too bad.
And plus,
I
once
like
you
it.
get down to business, you'll be rewarded for your efforts.
Ooh, do tell.
Oh, I will. Reach a certain point in the operations and you'll be able to claim all sorts of rewards, including Primo Gems and a new 4-star boat.
Yeah. I wonder if
Sequence
that boat
of
could be
Solitude.
good maybe for
Awesome. More Primo Gems to save for your next pull.
Cheska.
Which reminds me, we still haven't finished announcing the event wishes, have we?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry to keep
Kanich
you in
and
suspense,
Raiden.
travelers.
I wonder how they would
In the
just like
second half of
randomly throw
version
Raiden, because
5.6,
normally they like
we'll
to
have
throw the
returning
characters
event
in
wishes
here.
for Kanich and the Raiden Shogun.
Nice.
Plus, the chronicled Wish banner
Oh!
will be returning in version 5.6.
Oh, what? Oh my gosh. Ah, that's so. I mean, it's cool. It's annoying at the same time. Oh, that's. Okay, I did not expect the Chronicle Wish to happen. What? That's wow. That kind of blew my mind. I did not.
A lot of
I did
travelers
not
have been
expect
waiting for
this
that,
to happen.
So check it out if you're
Oh,
interested.
bro. Literally. Use Yoimiya's. I can use Kokomi's on Kokomi. I need Yaimiko's. I can use Ito's. I can use Kazuha's. I can use Ayaka's. I can use them all. I have to go. I would be stupid to not go for this banner. You can't go wrong. All these weapons are good. This is the first time where I probably would recommend a lot of people to pull on this banner. It's so fucking good. Like I said, you get a crit damage weapon, you get a crit rate weapon, you get another crit damage weapon, you get a buffing weapon with Kazuha. You get another crit damage weapon for Ito, another crit damage weapon. For Yaimiko, you get another crit damage weapon with a bow. The only one that you could miss is Kokomi's weapon if you don't use Kokomi or you don't use an HP scaling character with that weapon. That's the only way you could go wrong with this banner, but for me, since I have Kokomi, I could just throw the donut on her and call it a day. Now I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, you have to. And best of luck on your polls.
All right. That was
That was
lot
pretty
of
good,
info,
especially for new
so
people,
let's take our
man.
first
I mean,
break.
hopefully a lot of
Here's
people
the
could
second
definitely
redemption code, travelers.
take advantage of that, man. Because, like I said, that's the best time to pull not only on a weapon banner. All those weapons are very strong on characters, but on the characters as well. All those characters are so like they're good. None of those characters are bad. Like I said, they all have their own uses and stuff. It's completely fine. Like, you really can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong. Like I said, that definitely gave me a surprise. I did not know they were doing Chronicled Wish. That's sick. That's sick. It's kind of a weird situation for me because, like I said, I'm gonna try to get Chef Girl, but now I really do want to get those weapons. And then for my other account, I need to try and get Ito's weapon. But it's still gonna be good for me either way.
The Windbloom Festival, once a celebration of flowers, now shrouded in unease.
Ooh. He's a Hydro character, the Deacon.
Why is Albedo on trial?
I want to believe this.
Who is the young man in the courtroom?
Maybe it's
And
a
is he
court
friend
guy, not a deacon.
or foe?
I want to say he's a deacon.
What tidings does the Dodo communication device bring this time? The answers to these questions and more.
Oh,
in
the weekly
version
boss is in there?
5.6 Archon Quest.
No way the weekly boss is in there.
Nice voice.
Archon
Nice.
Quest coming
Shucks, thanks.
soon.
So,
Sick.
we finally make it back to Mondstadt, and Albedo's on trial. I don't even know what to think.
No clue.
But something tells me there's more to this situation than meets the eye.
Well, I've put together some information about the case. Let's go through it and see if we can uncover some new clues.
We got my girl Jean.
Here's the deal. Albedo's
Also
been accused of
Yola.
murder
Oh,
and
my
unlawful
baby, my
disposal of
salsa
human
girl.
remains, and the case is being tried in secret. The logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius, Hertha, seems to have compelling evidence against Albedo. So the situation is serious.
I'm sure Hertha is just trying to do her job and uncover the truth. But there has to be some kind of misunderstanding here.
Well, in court, the evidence does the talking. Travelers will have access to Albedo's office on the second floor of headquarters to do their own investigation into the case and
Oh
hopefully
dang,
track down
this is
some
gonna be
clues.
another Fontaine
So I saw
situation.
Jean, Kaya, and Jula in the courtroom, all members of the Knights of Favonius, which makes sense. But it looked like someone from the church was also there.
Oh, that's Dahlia.
The
He's
deacon.
the deacon of
Yep.
the Church of Favonius, so he works with Barbara, Rosaria, and the other members of the clergy. Dahlia acts as the Herald of Barbados, which is interesting because he's also friends with Venti.
Yeah,
Oh,
very
he's
interesting.
friends?
He sounds like a very important figure then.
Well, speaking of Venti, the Dodo communication device is back in this quest. At some point, Venti needs it to get in touch with Alice. But on the first attempt, the line connects to Grandmaster Varka instead.
Oh.
It's only on the second try that he manages to reach Alice.
Whoa, hold on. You just dropped
And
two
hey,
major
you
names.
could see on this map too, Varka is up there on the top right of the map, like in the ocean. So like he's still quote unquote, you know, exploring.
Barker has been on an expedition
Yep.
for a long time. Sounds like we finally get to hear how he's doing. As for Alice, we know she's the mother of the most adorable Klee and an elder of the Hexen Circle.
Alice is now like a little
I wonder
little
why Venti
Dodoko.
needs to get in touch with her. Wait, could it be because of the monsters in the city?
Oh, you know what? In Amber's anthology chapter, she did say the number of monsters around Mondstadt has been skyrocketing lately.
Right? And now there are even more monsters in the city. So maybe Venti is reaching out to Alice for help.
I think you two are onto something. And
Man,
if we
Venti,
take
you
a
just gotta
look
help
at
out.
the map, we can see that a lot of our old friends have joined in on the fight to defend Mondstadt.
Wow.
Jeez,
This is
bro.
kind of
Okay,
emotional.
this is gonna be
Mondstadt was the
interesting.
beginning of everything. It's the place where travelers met their first companions and embarked on this whole journey. And now it's in crisis. Oh, hopefully travelers can do something to stop it.
Oh, they can, but it won't be an easy road. Alice can
Jeez.
offer something to help.
The game
but
before the
travelers will need to
gates.
pass a trial
Bro, the
first
king looks kinda
and
sick.
defeat the king and queen on the chessboard.
Anything to defend Mondstadt.
First double
I'm sure
weekly
travelers
boss?
aren't scared of a
Oh my
little
gosh.
trial.
I wonder how that's gonna work.
Okay.
You have to kill
let's
one
take
at a
look
time,
what
maybe?
awaits them.
Or maybe they both just have a health bar together. Them as chess pieces is kind of goofy, but once they actually turn into their forms, now it gets kind of spicy. Got a gun? Damn. Dude, his sword looks kind of badass. The boss
Alice
looks
will preside
badass
over the
already. I like
first
it.
phase of the trial. The trial takes place on a chessboard, but the rules of chess don't
Doesn't exactly apply.
apply.
Oh, of
Look
course.
closely and you'll notice some of the pieces on the board can harm the king. Travelers can use that to their
Oh.
advantage to create an opening and dish out damage. But in the second phase, there are no chess pieces to use. Travelers will need to rely on their own strength to emerge victorious.
Oh, I thought you were gonna fight
It
against
looks
each
like
other.
There's a different Dodoko presiding over the second phase. One wearing a blue hat. Is that a different mage from the Hexen Circle?
Ooh, I wonder which one.
Well, travelers
but they
will
don't
have to
like
uncover
us.
that for
That's for
themselves.
sure.
As for the second phase of the trial, let me offer a quick piece of advice. The boss has some extremely powerful attacks, but freeze reactions can help you
Oh,
create
okay,
an
so this is where they
opening.
get
Maybe
you.
jot that one down for later, travelers. So we know there's
So
murder,
freezing
an
is gonna
attack
be
on
needed in
Mondstadt,
the boss
a
fight.
Hexen Circle trial, but we have no idea how all of this is connected. Seems like there's a lot for travelers to uncover.
Bro, I'm pretty excited
You know,
actually
if
for this
you
patch.
Think about it. First, Natlan had a crisis with the ley lines that almost ended in death. Then, a similar crisis happened in Liyue, and now Mondstadt is in danger. I can't help but wonder if this is all some kind of terrible omen.
Yeah, but look on the bright side. It's another chance for answers. Maybe we'll uncover new clues about forces we've encountered before, or what we can expect on the road ahead.
Or maybe we'll even get one step closer to the truth of Tavat.
Indeed.
Yeah, and then travelers can give us all the answers.
Yeah, I think we're gonna leave all that hard work to you guys.
All right, okay, well let's lighten things up and dive into the remaining version 5.6 event.
Man, I am excited. I'm
First
actually
up on
excited
the
for this
docket
patch.
is an event that brings us back to Fontaine, where
it's
travelers
fun.
can test out their tactical brilliance in the new wargame Operation Damport Simulation.
Is this the other one?
Dude, nice.
Oh,
Oh.
this wargame comes with all
It's like
new
Clash of
offensive and
Clans.
defensive gameplay. The key to success is really understanding
Throw
your
in the
game
wall
pieces.
breakers.
Okay, what do you mean?
Well, for example, is it a melee or ranged attack piece? Can it quickly break through obstacles or maybe even bypass them entirely? Once you feel like you know what you're doing, you can test out your skills in co-op. The actual gameplay is pretty simple.
Oh, it
What this
literally
event
is
really
Clash of
tests
Clans.
is strategy. For example, when adjusting
Man, they
your
got Clash of
defensive
Clans in
line,
here? No
you
way.
can even set traps for your opponent.
I see a button called Defensive Simulation. Looks like we can use it to test out our strategies?
That's right. And once you set the defensive and offensive lineup that works best for you, the battle is ready to begin. And while your opponent tries to break through your defenses, your job is to use your chosen offensive lineup to outmaneuver their strategy. The side that breaks the opposing formation first or makes greater progress within the time limit
Oh,
wins.
so you got
Okay.
faster.
So it sounds like it all comes down to strategy.
Yeah,
All right,
strategy,
so
but you gotta be
get
quick with that.
tactical, travelers.
Now,
Cool.
if that last event was mostly about brain power, this next one is all about firepower.
Let's go.
Another fighting
Okay, let's
event.
take a look
Cool.
at the gameplay.
Never
Think
mind.
This is a simple battle for coins? Haha, well, think again.
Oh,
Players will have the opportunity to indwell Saurians at certain points. Use their abilities to your advantage, and you might be able to turn
That's
the tides in
fucking-
your favor.
This
yeah,
looks
that's
so
funny.
fun.
Yeah, I like
You
that.
could just stay in Saurian form the whole time and blast all the other players away.
Oh, if only. The Saurian form only lasts so long. But even in human form, you'll have Natlan character skills at your disposal. So the goal is to collect as many coins as possible to secure victory.
Nice, bro. So, this next event is called Chronicle of Shifting Stratagems. I'm sure at this point in their journey, travelers have gained their fair share of companions.
So no, this
and
one's
have
a
tested
fighting
out their
event then.
skills in a variety of different situations. But maybe there's a character you want to learn more about, like Escoffier, for example. Let's say you want to test out her potential in different team comps. Then, I highly recommend trying out this event.
Chronicle of Shifting Stratagems gives travelers the opportunity to study and test out different team compositions.
Cool.
The event is divided into different levels of difficulty, and there are also challenge buffs to take advantage of, so make sure to take that into account when forming your teams.
Okay.
Travelers can also take a look at the challenge record and see how their friends approached each challenge. Could provide some food for thought.
Nice. Sounds like the perfect excuse to do some experimentation and think outside the box.
Indeed.
All right, moving on to some Genius Invocation TCG updates.
Okay.
First, a new card skin will be added to the card shop, so
Oh.
check it out if you're interested. Travelers can also look forward to new character
Shalonin.
reaction cards
Okay,
added to
got my
regular
girl
mode.
Shalonin.
Nice. More food for the card sharks.
There's another skin
There are
now.
also some major
I wonder if it has
updates to
different
automatic
animations, though.
artistry.
Oh, so in addition to the character and action card updates, the elemental reaction effects are different.
Yeah, and during the match, there's now a card refresh option as well as mechanisms for character enhancement and replacement, so the gameplay should be even more engaging. Travelers might even be able to come up with some new strategies and surprise their opponents with unexpected moves.
That's right, and finally,
Yay,
the Leyline
ley
Overflow
line.
event is returning in version
Dubs.
5.6, so don't miss out.
We won't, and let's take our last break. When we return, we'll talk system optimizations and a cool collab. See you
I
on
just
the
want the
other side,
system
travelers.
optimizations, Atlas and all that jazz. So it makes a lot of sense. So pretty
Welcome
good.
back, travelers.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Map
Let's
pins,
jump
treasure,
right into
talent
system
talents, okay.
optimizations. Some
Oh,
travelers
constellation
provided
tab.
feedback
Huh?
that the brilliant blessing enhancement process in the Imaginarium Theatre was a bit confusing, which made it difficult to level up strategically and optimize character turn order. So, in the version 5.6 update, the dev team has made the brilliant blessing details page a lot more intuitive.
Oh,
which
cool.
should make it easier for travelers to make strategic level up decisions.
Nice.
Yeah, and in addition, rewards will be available for completing the star challenges in the new season of the Imaginary
Hey,
Theater.
now they
begins on
added the
June 1st.
stars.
You know what would be nice?
Oh, so you get an elixir. The transient resin is and those bottles are also Like you would only do it just for the elixir. Well, they at least added something for those stars at least. At least they weren't just there for show.
A restart button after the final act. As it stands right now, finishing the final act takes you directly to the credits,
Like I said, a little
right?
bit of extra resin.
What if you just missed that last star challenge? That would be such a bummer.
Yeah, the dev team has received that feedback as well, so a restart button is also being added to the new update.
Oh, nice.
Let's go.
That should make it easier to get full stars. All right, so
Cool.
this next update
Little bit
addresses
extra
another common
items.
problem. Travelers have probably noticed that when you go to raise a character's skills, the skill descriptions can be pretty long and dense.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable.
Oh,
It's
so they
important for
just made
travelers
it
to
to
have all the
where
details.
it's dense in
But
terms
it's
of the
also easy to get
details.
bogged down in the weeds, so this is something the dev team has been working on. Starting in version 5.6, the descriptions on the talent and constellation pages for new characters will be optimized to be more concise, so it's easier for travelers to grasp the core information. Of course, travelers who prefer to dive into all the details can always expand the content for a more comprehensive description.
Nice.
Cool.
Sorting through all that information should be a lot faster now.
Totally.
Our next optimization is for the
Another
treasure
thing.
compass. Travelers provided feedback that while attempting to complete Natlan's warrior challenges, it was difficult to locate where to pick up the
Oh,
quests.
so it finds
So
those.
after the version 5.6
Cool.
update, the treasure compass can now track those locations.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they
Because
can.
I probably
Warrior
have missed a
challenges are
couple.
important because that's how you get obsidian fragments, which you can use to unlock tribal secret spaces, right? It would be nice if the treasure compass could track those too.
It can! And once your exploration progress is high enough, the treasure compass will be able to pinpoint the location of tribal secret spaces as well.
Cool.
Similarly,
I already
at
know
high
where
enough
they're all at.
exploration progress, more chests from various nations can also be located using the treasure compass.
Oh, nice. That should really help travelers that are stuck at 99% exploration progress.
Not me.
Map pins
Don't got
have
that
also
problem.
been optimized. Starting in version 5.6, travelers can now delete custom pins in batches.
Ooh, that should make it a lot
Oh,
easier
yeah,
to
I
start
could get rid
fresh
of
if
all
you're
of my
someone who really likes to go
things.
ham with the markers.
Definitely. Well, that wraps up our system optimizations.
Cool.
So now it's time for some out-of-game news.
Just there.
That's right. First, we have some exciting collaboration news to share. Genshin Impact is partnering with the global beauty
Bruh.
brand Charlotte Tilbury to launch 2 limited edition sets.
Wow.
So, let's watch the preview trailer for the collaboration.
I really don't need to watch this. Yeah, I don't need to watch this shit.
Coming soon. Yeah. The album contains
So album stuff.
various
Yeah, me too. What about you, Jane?
I am just so excited to...
And I just think you're gonna love it.
just can't wait.
A lot of fun. And with that, all there's left to say is, see you in game, travelers. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Yeah. Pretty cool, man. That's honestly pretty exciting.